And now back to the big story that affected people all around the country today. A gunman opened fire inside a crowded airport. It happened just before 1 o'clock this afternoon in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Video shows passengers running in fear and hiding anywhere they can. Maintenance rooms, bathroom stalls, even behind counters. Others were trapped on planes. The airport was locked down for more than 6 hours as police and the FBI investigated those gunshots responsible for killing 5 people and injuring 8 others. Tonight, authorities are saying dozens of other people were injured as they also tried to seek shelter. People who saw the entire thing unfold said the suspect laid on the floor as police approached him to arrest him. So who is Esteban Santiago? ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross on the search for his identity and his motive.
Esteban Santiago remains a mystery tonight to federal authorities. Still not sure what led this 26-year-old Army veteran to allegedly go on his murderous rampage. But some of his social media accounts are now raising concerns. He was born in New Jersey but grew up in Puerto Rico. Santiago's Instagram profile page has photos of him in uniform as a member of the Army National Guard in Puerto Rico and Alaska. He was deployed to Iraq for a year and honorably discharged 4 months ago. Santiago's profile statement reads, "Here's to finding whether or not your mission on Earth is finished. If you're still alive, it isn't." Federal authorities tonight tell ABC News that Santiago recently received mental health treatment after he showed up at the Anchorage, Alaska FBI office, claiming the government was forcing him to watch ISIS videos. Agents described him as incoherent. Tonight, FBI agents and police are at Santiago's last known address at this trailer park in Anchorage and outside the home of his relatives in Union City, New Jersey, trying to decipher the troubled life of Esteban Santiago and what brought him to the airport in Fort Lauderdale with a gun.
Now, the shooting is sending ripples throughout the country. Investigators and federal authorities will likely be looking at key details and protocol. At BWI, there's no changes as of yet, but today's shooting is affecting everyone. That's where we find ABC 2 News' Dakari Turner tonight with passengers. Dakari?
Well, Kelly, not a whole lot of action here tonight at the airport, but if you take a look at the big board, what you'll see is still a whole lot of canceled flights, nothing coming in from Fort Lauderdale, and definitely nothing going out from BWI to Fort Lauderdale. But the translation is that there's a lot of impact being felt here.
Got off the plane and looked up, and there's CNN with all the news.
As panic and fear gripped travelers at the Fort Lauderdale Airport, Barbara Egan was stepping off her flight from New York to BWI. It was to be a short layover before continuing to that airport to catch a cruise.
What kind of feeling does that bring to mind?
It's pretty scary.
Her story, not unlike others we spoke to, as the flight board shows the narrative. No flights from BWI or other airports getting into Fort Lauderdale, and nothing coming out either.
We're trying to get to our grandson's 4th birthday, and we got to get there. So there are no flights.
We were planning to cruise out of Miami, so we were going to fly to Fort Lauderdale and then drive to Miami, and then the news came out today, and so we've been here ever since.
The shooting happened when deputies say a man identified as Esteban Santiago, a native of New Jersey, pulled a handgun from his checked luggage. The baggage claim area is where we saw MDTA police, though authorities say no threat is imminent.
We're here to protect people, and we take every situation seriously. If you see something, say something.
Did you ever consider something like this would happen at an airport?
It's happened at a church. I'm a Christian. That scares me. It happens at a movie theater. I go to movies, and now it's an airport.
Can't escape the violence.
You can't escape the violence. It happens in a school. I'm a school teacher.
Now, just taking a quick glance here at the big board to give you an idea of how far those ripples go. The earliest tomorrow flight that was canceled was about 7 in the morning, so a lot of people going to be inconvenienced here because of this. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Dakari.